I've got the recipe for you. This dip is just amazing. It just melts in your mouth. Ooh. Bon appetit. Hey everybody, I'm Vera Stewart and welcome to the VeryVera Show. You know what's the best medicine for a cold, rainy, dreary day? How about a warm slice of pie? And what better place than the Pie Hole right here in Augusta, Georgia. We're going to meet the owner, Colleen Hall. She's been making delicious pies for many, many years, and we're going to learn how she got her business started. But the best part is she's going to show us how to make some of these amazing pies. We're going to start with a Cajun pie. Savory, scrumptious, delicious. It'll be your go-to for when you want something delicious for dinner. And then we're going to do 3 mini sweet pies. So we're going to learn 3 recipes in a little small version. We're going to do this in celebration of Pie Day, which is next weekend. So I know all of you love pies. We've done pies before. We've got a lot to look forward to. Let's go inside and meet Colleen. Oh my goodness, this place is adorable, Colleen. I am so excited to be here. And everybody, this is Colleen Hall. She's the owner of the Pie Hole. And you know, my first introduction to your business, you probably had no idea, but I went to dinner at my son John's house and out comes this amazing chicken pot pie out of the oven. Well, I thought Mallory made it. And at the end, they had to fess up that somebody that worked for him made it. And oh my gosh, it was just delicious. And then we've run into each other so many times since. But tell us a little bit about how you went from doing that at work to where you are now.
Well, that's really where it started, was I just started bringing pie to work and bringing pie to my family and my friends, and I just couldn't quit. So we decided to test the market in Augusta by going to the Saturday market.
Oh, wow.
And it was a lot of fun, it was a lot of work, but we really found there that people really wanted pie. And there was not a dedicated pie shop in Augusta. And I really thought there needed to be. And so it was kind of like we needed to make the decision. I was working part-time, taking care of a family, and basically doing the pies all the way around that. And so I decided, yes, that opening the shop was something that was something I needed to do for myself, but also for my family and for the community. So,
absolutely. Well, and you're getting ready to celebrate 2 years here at this location. What so far is your favorite part about being in, a physical location now in the veranda area here off of Walton Way?
Right. Well, I love our little area. It is kind of set apart, which I think is nice, because when people come in, they feel like they've found something very special, because it is not. It's not something that they pass all the time. But when they come in, they're like, they say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it! It's so cute. It's so special." And I do love that. I love to see the smile on people's faces when they enter and they feel like they've come home to Grandma's house. Pie just does that for people also. And I love having my family around. The job I had before, I absolutely loved taking care of people, as a radiation therapist, and that was great. But this is just something that my family can come to, that we can work together. I've got older children, I've got little girls. They love to put their apron on, and they love to run over to the cash register and greet people. And my son works for me full time, and it's just something that really having, family and friends close by all the time is really so special.
Your sister-in-law did so much of this decor, which to me is what makes it so homey.
Oh, the front of the shop for sure is all my sister and my brother-in-law. He does the woodworking and she does all the artistic flair, and she's super talented, and we would not be anything without them.
Well, and you do events here sometimes too as well.
Yes, so we've done some baking classes. We started doing them for my little girls, and then we've done birthday parties, and so just I love working with children, and as I know you do too.
Absolutely.
I do have a fair amount of children, so that's probably where that comes from. But just celebrating with pie.
Yes, absolutely.
We love to celebrate. I love to celebrate life, and what better way to do it than baking and making pies?
Let's go get our aprons on and get in the kitchen and get started with a Cajun pie. How about it?
All right.
Y'all come back with
great.
us in just a few minutes. back, everybody, and if you're just joining me, I'm with Colleen Hall from the Pie Hole right here in Augusta, Georgia, and we're getting ready to make your famous Cajun pie. So what makes this one so unique?
Well, it's because my son came up with it, Christopher.
Well, of course, if it's your son's pie recipe. So, you know, there's no breaks on the VeryVera show. You
Right.
think during the commercial breaks we're not busy, but we've been really busy. So you asked me to get started on the roux, so I got the butter melted, added in the flour, and then I put the chicken broth in a little bit slow so it would kind of thicken up, and now it's ready for me to add in the heavy cream. So why don't you tell everybody what you had doing during the break?
Yes, so I started sauteing the sausage first, and we like to get that nice and kind of browned a little bit. Next thing we did was our shrimp, which we also like to cook, not to blackened, but almost. We like to kind of get it nice and a little bit crispy. I was also, during that time, cutting up the potatoes and boiling those.
And those are just red?
And we don't peel them. We like to leave everything to its natural state that we can. And this pie in particular is, it's like a low country boil. So when you go to a low country boil, they don't, you don't peel your potatoes, right? You don't want that. So we also boiled our corn here and drained it and have it ready to go. So whenever that's good and thickened,
this is almost ready. Well, let me ask you about the sausage, because it had quite an aroma in here while that was cooking. So is that any particular?
Well, we use an andouille sausage with a Cajun spice, so that just kind of helps, kick up the flavor a little bit. So this pie is a little spicy. So we do have to tell people when they come in the shop and are asking, well, what pies do you have that are spicy?
So is this the secret ingredient?
That's the secret spice there.
And I'm putting all that in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, this looks just right.
Has a good color to it when you mix it all together.
Okay, so do you want this in before you add everything else into the bowl, or does this go
ma'am.
next?
You can go ahead and add that to the sausage, and I can go ahead and put the shrimp in.
Ooh, okay, look at that. Now that is a pretty good looking roux, if I do say so myself. Man, that looks great. All right, so tell us about your pie crust.
So our pie crust is very special. As far as I know, there's not another one around. Before I started making pies, I was doing breads. So I was making my own
well, you know
bread
what?
at
As
home.
a matter of fact, at Good Earth and maybe at the market, maybe that was some of the first things that I used to purchase from you was your homemade breads.
Yes, ma'am. So I mill all my own wheat. So we buy organic, we buy organic wheat berries that we mill fresh there in the shop. So it's just as fresh as it comes. You can't get it any better. It's just like God created it. We don't take anything out of it. We don't add anything to it. And so when you can't find it anywhere else, that's what makes it really special.
Well, it is.
If you care about health and you care about just kind of eating natural.
Okay, so we're putting all that in there?
This is all the potatoes in here. Yes, ma'am. So it's just like when you kind of imagine a low country boil right here.
Okay, so on this size ball of dough, is that enough to make a shell?
Yes, ma'am. So we've done already, rolled it out for the bottom of the crust, and then of course we'll top it also.
God, that's such a cute pie pan too.
Thank you.
God, that is chunky. Now this is, honestly, how many people could you serve from one of these pies?
Well, we say they serve 8.
Mm-hmm. Because there is a lot of meat in there.
Yes. So
okay, can I pull that over and
Sure.
we get it in the pan? Awesome. All right, how about it? Let's pour it in. Wow, I'm going to turn it this way just a little bit.
Full.
Oh man, oh, doesn't that look great? So this is like the mile-high version.
Yes. We're going to get it down in there.
Okay, all right. So we've got just enough time to maybe lay that other pie shell on top. I'll let you grab that. And during Vera's Corner today, I'm going to talk about a different kind of dessert that's maybe a little unique for this time of year with some meringue and whipped cream. And we'll get this topped off, a little egg wash. It's going to go in the oven. And when we come back from the break, we're going to make 3 little mini pies. All right, so come back with us in just a few minutes. Vera's Corner is sponsored by Tax Slayer. It's your refund. Go get it. Pavlova is a delicious and elegant meringue dessert. Topped with whipped cream and fresh fruit is the perfect ending to any meal. Let me give you a quick recipe. With an electric mixer set to medium, whisk together 6 egg whites, a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt for 3 minutes. For best results, have your egg whites and equipment at room temperature. Let the mixer keep running and add in 1 1/4 cups of sugar, a spoonful at a time. Keep whipping for about 6 minutes until the meringue is thick and can form stiff peaks, meaning the tip of the meringue doesn't flop over when you pull out the whisk. Cover a baking sheet with parchment paper, spoon on big dollops of meringue, and create a well in the center to hold the fillings. If the parchment paper moves around, use a small amount of meringue under the corners of the parchment to hold it in place. Bake at 250 degrees for 1 hour and 20 minutes, rotating the pan halfway through to ensure even baking. Once meringues have cooled completely, fill the cavity with whipped cream and jam or fresh fruit. Pavlova is light and fluffy, perfect for any time of day. Time to break out the mixer and tackle your next baking project. Welcome back, everybody. Colleen, that Cajun pie smells wonderful. I cannot wait to see that. But I'm so interested in this little mini pie situation, and y'all sell a lot of these mini pies in the store.
We do. Mini pies are definitely our best seller.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what are we doing?
So first we're going to do the chocolate chess, which, you know, we're just finished melting the butter. We're going to go ahead and take this off the heat. The chocolate and the butter are melted together. We're going to go ahead and add in our sugar.
Oh, man. And you know, I love this feature on this induction cooktop that keeps that pure simmer.
All right, and then we got a little bit of salt to add here.
Salt, let me see. It's a humid day.
It is. Augusta, Georgia. We're in Augusta, Georgia, aren't we? Yes, ma'am.
Gosh.
All right, and get this all good and mixed together.
You know, there's nothing like a chocolate chess pie.
People love it.
Would people say that was one serving?
Well, it's what we call personal pan.
Oh, okay.
But it's really about 2 slices.
Okay.
So the eggs go in last.
And now that you've gotten that temperature off the hot heat, your eggs are fine in there.
Yes, ma'am. I'm done with that one too. So we'll get this all good and mixed up.
All right, so this is that same pie crust.
Yes, ma'am. So that's the freshly milled wheat pie crust. We do that for all of our pies except for, you know, just the ones that we use the graham cracker, the Oreo for. And once we get this nice and mixed together, we're just going to pour this in
Okay,
here.
so while you're doing that, should I get started on this apple?
Yes, ma'am. We want to go ahead and we want to start layering those.
Okay, so the utensil or the machine or whatever you want to call it that you use to peel this apple.
Yes, so that's an apple peeler core, and it's a must at the pie hole.
Oh my
we make a lot of apple pies, so we need all the help we can get.
Okay, well, you know I cut fruit up for my husband every single night.
Wow.
So I guess I would be, maybe I could come and get a part-time job slicing apples at the pie hole. Okay, so now, am I doing this right?
Yes, ma'am, just all the way around. Just keep going. We like to pile them high. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and make our sugar mixture, which is, we got our sugar here in the bowl, and we add our flour and our salt.
All right.
And our cinnamon.
My goodness, this is a lot, and I guess this just cooks down.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it does.
You get your money's worth when you get a pie from the pie hole, let me tell you.
Yes, you
saw
do.
that in that Cajun pie. Oh, we didn't say, you know, we got the top on that and you crimp the edges and put that egg wash on it. And I mean, it just smells amazing. Can I do? I know
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not
That's
doing
good.
this
That's
as
good. That's good.
Okay.
They're just going to dig right into it. So
I'm just going to eat this last one.
And I'm going to move it on over. I'm going to go ahead and add the sugar mixture to it.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way.
And so this is a Granny Smith.
It is, and we like them, you know, a little bit tart. Yeah, so there we go. So we got a little bit extra here for the, I'm gonna just go ahead and do like this since I don't have a spoon. So
She said this part is really messy, but we don't care.
No, ma'am.
And then the other part of this, you know, I have to say this because this was so true at VeryVera. Why in the world would you do all this when all you have to do is pop into the pie hole? And Colleen and her team has done it for you.
Get just a little bit more here. There we go.
Okay.
That's perfect.
All right, so now we're going to do blueberry.
Right, and so the blueberry is the same sugar, flour, cinnamon mixture. We just add a few extra ingredients here, some cornstarch.
Cornstarch. Okay.
And then the lemon juice we can add straight to the
blueberries?
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Okay, now
And then
those
I'm
are
gonna-
go.
Yeah, I'll just pour it in
Vice
here.
versa?
Yes, ma'am. We just do just like this.
Gosh.
Probably
So, you know, you could do a party and everybody could have, you know, you could just kind of sample maybe with some just regular soup spoons or something. Everybody gets a little bite of all the different kinds
Right,
of pies.
and that's why people like this, because they can taste, you know, they can taste several of them. All right, we'll go
wow.
ahead and just move this over a little
Okay.
bit.
I'll take this. Because we're gonna do this strudel.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And we may have to do that during the break because we've got to get set up for the
Got some-
next. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Okay, maybe start on strudel on that one. We might have
Okay.
just enough time to
Right.
get some
So-
of that done.
So this is my my mother-in-law's recipe.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's an oat crumble, so it makes it special. It's not
and mother-in-law. Gotta love that.
Right. Yeah, so it's got texture to it.
Okay, so we're gonna finish this up, and when we come back, we're gonna get all of this set up. We're gonna see how everything turned out, and we'll see you back in just a few minutes. All right, so today we have definitely learned a little bit about pie, from how important and amazing pie crust is, to filling it to the brim, to incorporating all these family recipes and family members into your business. I am so proud of what you have done and your family. I know you are so excited.
I am. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's go through what we've done today and start here with this Cajun pie.
Yes, so we've made a Cajun pie, Christopher's creation, and just one that a lot of people love because it's so different. You know, it's not like your classic chicken pot pie, but it's got a little kick to it, a little twist to it.
You said low country boil.
Yes,
That's
it is like
exactly what I'm tasting. Amazing. And then these minis are adorable.
Yeah, so we have different size pies. We've got the large pie, we've got the mini pies, the personal size, and then back at the shop and for catering and things like that, we've got the 2-inch bites. So if you don't want to cut pie, but you're at a party and you want to have just the finger food, you want to have a bite size, so with the 2 inches. So those are perfect. We can do those in almost all the varieties of the pies that we have.
Well, you know, you had spoken about when we were making these pies, it had the crumble, but we didn't talk about the actual crumble. So tell us how you made that.
So the crumble is just a butter, sugar, brown sugar, and oats. So it's simple, it comes together very well, and it makes tastes great.
Well, I know, because she said, Vera, you just, you know, the crumbs that were on the counter, you said, you just have to taste this. And you said people would love to buy it. And I said, you ought to put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, I have had people want to just buy the crumble. It's that good. Apple's #1 seller, that one in peanut butter. Anyway, these are...
Well, you know, you are going to go all out for Pie Day, which is what we're celebrating today, March 14th. So tell us what's going to be going on at your store.
So we're going to have extended hours. We want everybody to get pie on Pie Day, of course. Last year it was like a birthday party. Everybody all day long just coming in. It was wonderful. So we'll have some giveaways. We'll have tastings. So you can taste pie all day. We'll have the bites there for that. And then we're going to do a lot of other special things that we'll be posting on our social media. So follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Be a great way to kind of catch up with us and know about all of our holidays.
Well, speaking of that, there's a fantastic giveaway. We're doing the large Cajun pie. We're doing the 3 little minis that you said today. You know, locally you can go in and pick up, but somebody out there is going to win this being shipped, and we're going to be hopefully in the near future knowing that y'all might be doing a little bit of that too. So what we want you to do is we want you to go to all of our social media outlets at VeryVera Stewart and register to win this giveaway, which also includes one of these adorable aprons that you can put on when you're eating your pie if you don't want to make one. Well, Colleen, I cannot thank you enough. We've learned a lot about your business today and about pie. And you know, I always say on the VeryVera Show, no matter what you do, do it in good taste, and you are certainly on that track. Okay, so come back with us next week. I'm going to be doing pound cakes, which kind of takes me back to my roots. So I hope you'll join me again next week.
To book Vera as a speaker for your next event, email info@veryvera.com.